What is up, guys? So I just did a random pull video for you, but now what I am doing is bag and boarding comics that need to be bag and boarded. They were bagged, but they weren't boarded. Whatever it is, whatever's going on with that, wherever I got them from. Some of these from the new and used, some of these on Whatnot. Most of the ones I've gotten on Whatnot have been bagged and boarded, though. I feel like most sellers know that. Actually, so most of these are from the new and used that's going out of business in my town, where I was able to get a few good deals. But I'm just prepping for my show tomorrow. I have my first comic show. I've been doing books for a couple weeks now, and I've done pretty well on that. I'm also familiarizing myself with some of these. Ooh, this one's got a pretty bad crease down here in the lower left. I'm not the most knowledgeable on comics, mind you. I think I've made that pretty clear. I've just gotten into collecting. I've just gotten into selling them. I've actually only sold a couple, and they weren't even comic shows. They were book shows that I ran a couple comics. But I think that I need to put that as my niche in order to get better sales and more money, more bids, more people active on that sort of thing. So that's what I'm trying to do. But I need to do this whole stack of comics that were not boarded and bagged. And I realized the other day when I was in the comments of a Whatnot show, and somebody, to be fair, they might have been asking a question, but it definitely came off a little complaining about the $7 shipping. Now, to be fair, if you're buying one comic, $7 shipping feels like a lot. However, it goes based on weight. And sometimes the packages are not, well, they're not cheap. Yeah, the weight and everything and the packages to secure and make sure that your comic arrives in great condition, there's very specific boxes that you can order to put comics in. Let me show you. This kind of box, that's all this sort of cardboard. Goes like that, goes like this, and you tape it, not to mention any packaging you put inside to really secure the comic. If there is only one comic inside, you want to be very cautious. Well, guess what? Those right there, there's a reason I didn't order them. And I'm reusing ones that I've gotten comics in. And not all the comics I ship out are going to go out in a box like that. I would like to get to that point, but I'm not making enough money on Whatnot, selling books or comics, mind you, to be able to afford that cardboard. Go on Amazon and look up comic book packages. And when you see those cardboard ones, I think I saw 100 count for like $150. I could be off. Man, I wish this was in better condition. Oh, water damage galore. Some sort of moisture damage on this. Oh, man. Because this Conan in the right condition is worth a lot of money. This one, not so much. I still think it's going to be worth a little bit. But, see, this is why I'm doing this, because I also can get to know the comics and what damage there actually is. So I could be forthright in my show. This Conan, somebody might want to buy. But with that water damage, they're not going to want to buy it for full price. Back to the shipping. Realize if somebody has to buy that kind of shipping apparatus box, that's a lot of money. Now, some of these guys you see, I've seen like 10,000 items sold. And I'm thinking, one, that's crazy to sell that much. But two, how many cardboard boxes did you have to buy or use? That's a lot. That's a lot. So, just something to keep in mind when you're buying on Whatnot and you're complaining or wondering why shipping is what it is. Now, when you order enough comics, the shipping's worth it because it usually bundles, all goes into a package, and sometimes the seller takes a hit because they want to offer discounted shipping because that's what everybody does. Amazon ruined it for everybody. Now, even Amazon now is backtracking a lot of that, isn't it? I think we've seen that. But what's really cool about selling on Whatnot is the community aspect. which I have not seen a lot of that on Whatnot. I've seen that in my years of doing YouTube and Twitch, being part of communities that are on there and seeing people form these communities, name their communities, interact with their communities, remember people's names, or at least usernames. Man, that's good condition. Some of these comics aren't really worth a ton, but these Legend of S.H.I.E.L.D. ones. But who knows? Somebody might want it. I got a run of 4. Will not bundle it unless they don't sell individually. Then I might bundle it. But there was a guy that I watched last night. His name is Metal Wizard. I'll probably link him in the description below because I felt like I was part of his community. Never watched the guy before in my life. Watched him last night and watched how he interacted with his community, watched how he treated his community, watched how he ran the show. There was a few moments where I would say maybe professionalism wasn't there in the sense of chaotic, forgetting what he ran, running it again, throwing in a comic and thought somebody bought the bundle, but actually they bought the 1 and not the 2, but then he put the 2 together, forgot to run it, and then said, oh, hey, you bought it. Things like that. But not a big deal because nobody got hurt in the process. Actually, somebody got an extra comic for free, which is something else he does for first-time buyers. Not to mention some people that just bought in general. I feel like he threw some extra stuff their way, which was really cool to see. But he was interacting with his community, and he called it the Forge because he's Metal Wizard. Okay? Now, I think he means more heavy metal. But regardless, then at the end of his show, he ran a giveaway. And he ran it when he said he would run it. And he ran it appropriately. And when some people complained because Whatnot was glitching, and they were not allowing some people to enter the giveaway for unknown reasons, don't really know why, but Whatnot glitches. It's an app. It's technology. That's just the way that things work. He took it personally and decided to run like 5 more giveaways because he wanted people to have a chance to get in on it because they missed the other giveaway. He felt bad. He didn't have to do that, but he did. And he gave away hundreds of dollars worth of comics, slabs. He gave away 2 slabs or 3, a dork, and then another really cool, awesome, expensive comic. Unbelievable to see. But his heart behind it, the way he talked to his community, the way he treated his community, it was awesome. It was really, really awesome. I appreciated it a ton, and it inspired me to take my Whatnot shows and treat it more like people on Twitch and YouTube. Because a lot of Whatnot shows, people just treat it as a store, as a shop. And when somebody enters your store, some stores these days, they don't treat you as an individual of a community. Like when they buy from you, you think of them, let's be honest, you think of them as a $sign. You don't think of them as part of a community. You bought my product, so now you're part of my family. That's not how Metal Wizard did it. And you know what? It's not how I want to do it either. I realized that. Now, there's some customers on Whatnot who are going to treat themselves that way. Oh, this is actually boarded, but it just looks like crap. So I'm going to... I might just leave this because it's not even that nice of a comic. I'm just going to leave that one bagged and boarded the way that it is. It's a $1 comic. It might just get thrown in as a freebie for somebody. But that community aspect to this, it just really hit home with me. And so my subscribers here on YouTube, followers on Whatnot, people that buy from me, well, they're the nerds because this is nerd season. Not super original, but not everything is. But it isn't going to stop me from having a good time and treating people with respect and kindness, trying to have the best customer service because at the end of the day, even though I want it to be a community, it's still a customer. And that's how I want them to be treated, but I want them to come back. I have done that to the best of my ability with shipping. My shipping on Whatnot, the rating, is less than 1 day. because there's been sometimes if I do a show early in the morning, I ship that day before 1:30, which is where the mail gets picked up here by 1:30. So that's what I try to do. But I've just been running this operation out of my office at work in my off times or downtime. But tomorrow we got these comics all organized. We have our Spider-Man, Iron Fist, Guardians, Star Wars, obscure comics, random DC, random Marvel, Wolverine, Batman. Not to mention, we got all these other ones over here that I still got to organize and see if there's any other categories that are going to go in there. But really, guys, I love you. I care about you. Anybody that takes time to watch this video, it means a lot to me. It does, because eventually I would love to take this and have it be something that I do all the time. And I've always been afraid of trying. I really have. But not anymore. There's been so many times where this whatnot thing, I wanted to quit. Why? Because I've had to invest money into starting it, which has caused a lot of stress. There's other things like shipping and other things that stand in the way of learning something new that I'm afraid of making a mistake. I'm afraid of what people think. I'm afraid of customers and their reviews and all these different things. But you know what? It's not going to stop me. Let's try. Why do these YouTube videos? People are going to judge. You're not going to grow. It's oversaturated. YouTube isn't the best way to do things. Well, you know what? I'm going to try. This has been a lot of fun. I love comics. I genuinely love comics. This has been some of the most fun I've had in years. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. So please subscribe. I'm going to keep getting ready for tomorrow's show. We'll catch you on the flip side. God bless.